Hey everybody, it's Chad here. Happy Monday. Alright, so this week's topic is going to be on when we first realized we were transgender and then some of the difficulties that played along with that in the beginning of just finding ourselves. So, I didn't start coming out as anything until junior year of high school. It's kind of late because I was scared. And by my second girlfriend, my, most recent ex at the time and I were really getting into drag king. And one day I just kind of drew on a beard and played a good song, and I was just practicing performing in my room. But I could not stop looking in the mirror, seeing me with a beard, you know? And I had long hair at the time too, like down my shoulders. And it was put up in a hat with the makeup on. I just couldn't believe it. And I felt so happy. Felt like I could take over the world because it just felt so right. So it was kind of weird. And, the more I thought about it, I was like, wow, this is really something. And, I guess I knew about transgender and stuff, but I guess it slipped my mind. So when I was looking at more drag performers and everything, I would see how some guys had already had surgery to get rid of their chest so they didn't have to take back or anything. And seeing that led me to other things and finally led me to transgender. And, I saw it and I was like, oh yeah. And after that point, I would think about it more, put on my makeup more, and I realized that, holy shit, I might, this might be me. And I was definitely very, very scared. I was terrified because of my coming out as bi, with my parents didn't go too hot. I couldn't imagine anything more, and it was a lot to kind of take in. And that was when I made a Tumblr, and I just made it as Chad. And that was the first time I really was living as a guy. And it was via the internet, but it was something. And it helped me a lot, actually, kind of get used to being me, which is a weird concept. But for hiding and not realizing and just trying to figure shit out for so long, it was nice and it was weird, and I loved it. But definitely realizing I was transgender was scary. Lost tons of sleep. It consumed my thoughts a lot, just from my family background and just lifestyle. Everything I was doing was sports. Didn't know how it was going to affect my life. And by the next year, when I came out, I was completely comfortable with myself at that point, and nothing could have stopped me. And that's why I was comfortable with telling people. Definitely in the beginning, I didn't know what to do. I was deer in the headlights to the max, and I was so scared. But it took all the suffering and, the sleepless nights and the hard thoughts and everything to get to the point of happiness. And the saying, it does get better, is so true, because it always will. Everything just takes time, and it was definitely rough for me in the beginning, but I couldn't be any happier now. Even as a pre-T guy, I'm very happy with my life. Can't complain too much right now, because I'm living as me in this stupid world. Yeah, hope that helped anybody. Shoot me any questions if you want or need any advice or any support, because all of us here during the week, we got your back and we totally understand. So, have a great week, everybody. Be safe.